What's up, everybody? We're going to give this a second as everyone jumps in here. If you're in the Super SHIBA community, if you can share this link in the main chat, that would be awesome right now. And just give us a second to kind of populate and get some people in here. I'm trying to find, this is new software that we're using. I'm trying to find the share link. Well, we can go ahead and, can someone pull this up on YouTube maybe and share the link in the main chat? I just, Giannis, I'm assuming you probably know about this because you're in our community, so you know about it. If you could share this in our main chat on Telegram, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, we can pin that as soon as you share it as well.
Yeah. There we go. There we go. All right, here it is. We're good to go. We're good to go. All right, everybody, we want to welcome you to, what is this, guys? It's like our 6th AMA, I guess, in a couple weeks. And we have a lot of exciting news that we want to share with you. This is our exec team -1. Crypto Clown is in the house. Good to see you, Crypto Clown. And Captain SHIBA is here. That's awesome. So what we're going to do is we're going to give a rundown. We did a poll in our community, and we asked you what were some of the topics that you wanted to ask us anything about. And I'm going to read out the poll and from priority, and we've talked about where we're going with the agenda on this. So the #1 thing that we had was marketing, and we'll get to that in a second. But we also had development, and we have Moms. He's on audio right now. Moms, are you there?
Hey guys. Yep.
So Moms is one of the devs, a co-dev for the Super SHIBA community. Anthony helped to create the DEX, and Moms created the infamous Super SHIBA token. And so I would love to ask you to just kind of give us an update based off of some of the stuff that we were getting polls on. People were really interested in marketing. They were interested in development. They were interested in where we were going with our goals. And they were also interested in the charts and whether or not we could get charts put on our website, because there's a discrepancy between PooCoin. Now that we have our own exchange, there's a discrepancy between the liquidity pool on our own exchange and PancakeSwap, which is what a lot of people originally bought into before we had our own exchange. And maybe you can even break that down a little bit, Moms. But yeah, take it away, Moms.
Yeah, sure. So the charts, I've kind of seen it, being talked about, and Anthony and I kind of spoke about it. And it's actually something that is being worked on right now, along with the larger website redesign overhaul. And what we're trying to do is, right now we have obviously the website, we have our DEX. We want to get a cohesive user interface and kind of a cohesive branding along with that. And the charts are definitely one of the things that we're looking to develop, because as you said, right now, the charts that we have available are really just looking at one liquidity pool or the other. We kind of want to consolidate that and either build our own or find a way to integrate something that's already out there. So that's definitely in the works. Some of the other stuff that obviously we're trying to accomplish is kind of form a developer community as well, to kind of bring more development minds from all different slices of the development cycle into the Super SHIBA community and really driving that part of it forward. So that's something that over the next couple of weeks we'll see what we have in the community, and of course bring as much talent as we can to the pot. In terms of, one thing I wanted to kind of point out as well, that I think kind of gets lost, we have 2 different tokens that have 2 different, kind of functions. Treats is there, and it serves as the kind of reward system for the safe DEX. Super SHIBA being really the original kind of token, and that's really where the value is looking to be stored. Only because, yes, of course, we're trying to give as much functionality and much utility as possible. But as we're doing that, you got to remember it is a kind of a hyper deflationary token. And, it's something I kind of wanted to point out, because it's kind of getting lost is right now, as I'm just looking on BSC scan, we're at, the burn wallet has about 577 billion tokens. And, we started at 500 billion initial burn. We did another 9 billion. So, just over the first few weeks, we've gone to a point where, in the next week, kind of sub 400 billion circulating supply of Super SHIBA tokens. And, as that number decreases and the kind of balance of the burn wallet increases, what you're going to get is out of that 5% of the reflect that's going to the holders, the largest holder there is, of course, the burn wallet, right? And as it stands right now, there's about,
let me interrupt you for a second. Someone just put in the chat. I'm trying to interact with the chat as well. Someone said, every time mom says, just get a shot. Go, moms. Anyway, keep going, man.
So
good stuff,
out of every transaction, check this out, 2.855% of every transaction right now is getting burnt as it stands. And that number is only going to increase, and it's going to tend to 5% of every transaction. And as that, right now, in the first week, we've almost burned through 100 billion tokens, and the trading's not going to just decrease, right? As we get more and more utility, built out, and as we're adding these kind of exciting, projects within the Super SHIBA platform, that trading is going to increase. You're going to get more buyers. You're going to get, more stakers, more people adding to pools. Those transactions are going to kind of just, really deflate the total supply or the circulating supply of Super SHIBA. And I mean, it's just a matter of who's holding the most by that time. So that's definitely something to keep an eye on. And it's something we'll, as we're building out the website, make sure that it is, available for everyone to see and notice. And I think that's something that, along with, the price and the charts and the total supply and circulating supply, burn rate, that's definitely going to be kind of, a great utility to add to the website that we're all looking for.
Question, moms, for the person who's maybe newer to crypto and is like taking notes and following, and maybe they're going to Google later, or they'll have more questions. What does that do to price? How does that affect the people who hold Super SHIBA as we continue to burn and burn and burn and burn?
Well, what you're going to find is that, people are not going to be able to find Super SHIBA tokens to purchase, right? Because they're either all locked up in the holders' wallets, they're, locked up in staking contracts, farming contracts, as we develop, more farms on the safe decks. And as we give more utility for Super SHIBA token usage and some of the other exciting stuff that we have coming on that I'm sure Gareth will speak about shortly, what that's going to do is you're going to see an increased demand of Super SHIBA tokens with a, rapidly decreasing supply. And anybody that's an economist, I'm not an economist, but I know that, you have a decreasing supply and increasing demand that only results in an increase in price. So it's really, in line with some of the other, tokens and projects you see that are, really hyper deflationary, but they also give as much use and utility to the token as possible. So, people are forced to really use it for everything within that ecosystem. And as they use it, it benefits people that are holding it. Right. So yeah, I'm expecting a huge price increase at some point, that there's going to be a token crunch.
One of the other questions that we got in, and I was hoping maybe you could touch on this, moms. And also, if you're in the chat or you're watching live right now, feel free to put some questions in there, and we'll interrupt, or we want to be interactive. So someone asked the question, what's the total supply of treats? It's 52 million right now. That's the total supply. But one of the things I'd love for you to touch on, moms, is charts. What's going on with the stinking charts, man? Like, we got Pancake Swap, and we're our own exchange, and so people are saying there's a discrepancy between KuCoin or whatever chart they're using and what's actually our market cap and actually our liquidity pool. How does that all work, and what are we trying to do to fix that as developers?
Sure. So the discrepancy really comes from the fact that KuCoin is looking at one liquidity pool, which is a Pancake Swap V2 liquidity pool, and then we have another liquidity pool, which is SafeDex, which I don't believe any of them right now are looking at maybe DexGuru, but that is something that even if we want, let's say, CoinGecko to recognize the liquidity pool and the trading that's happening on SafeDex, we have to make a separate application, right? So that's definitely something on our radars as well as something to do ASAP. But of course, they have certain trading volume requirements that we have to adhere to, and there's a larger process. But in order to really on the chart on the development side to produce a chart, a UI that we're bringing in the liquidity, we're kind of specifying which liquidity pools to look at in order to form that kind of consolidated price. That is something that obviously we'll take care of, and it'll be part of the new UI, and we'll make it look nice and snazzy, and hopefully our developers or designers will come through with a nice kind of look and feel for it. That's something that we can, we're definitely looking forward to giving for the community.
Cool.
Right.
Cool. Yeah. SHIBA SSHIBA King just put in SHIBA SSHIBA to the moon. I'm gonna sell my family tomorrow. Thanks, bro. If anyone's in the chat right now and you have some questions for our dev team, from Moms, feel free to put that in the chat before we move on. How you doing, Dane? How's Crypto Blast doing?
Oh, pretty good, man. A little tired, the weird crypto schedule where you stay up for 24 hours and then you sleep for like 4, and then you just kind of random numbers of sleep and staying awake. That's kind of, other than that, pretty good.
Naps and caffeine, man. Naps and caffeine. Byron, how are you doing today, mate?
Yeah, going very well. We've got some exciting things we'll kind of see in the next 24 hours. So super looking forward to that. On that, just want to touch. So we've got some big marketing plans. We've also been making some small moves as well. So we, those big moves, you can't do big moves all the time. That take a bit of organization, that take a little bit of funds, but you can be making lots of small moves on the side, which is what we've been doing a lot right now. We've got a couple of Russian and Arabic YouTube videos going out, a couple of Instagram and TikTok ones from them. We've seen some great TikTok videos announcing some of our. We've had some nice people join the chat. Our NFL, obviously, contact there, and we'll get into another one soon as well. So that's great. Those sort of things are often overlooked by a lot of, especially starting up a lot of these cryptocurrencies. Tokens don't really get into those markets. They're all English videos, and that's very limiting. And so that really leaves that the competition in those sort of other languages is actually a little bit sort of, I guess, a bit more lucrative maybe as well. So we'll see a couple of those. We like to post them again. You might see it in the chat pop up every now and then. We just like to get engagement constantly with those because that's going to feed them back up. We spent money on this from marketing funds as well as our own personal funds. So we want to get the best use out of them as possible. So we can keep, just putting them in the chat, really re-engaging with them as well. On that, I'd like to cover, a while back, about a week ago, I put in an analytics bot into the chat here, just monitoring
awesome.
Things like in terms of what's happening with the chat. So what we've seen is roughly, which is great, we see at least 250, anywhere between sort of 450 and sort of 250 active users a day. And we've actually seen sort of new users as well. So a lot of those users, about half of them that we see each day. So I've got like 75 on the 25th of May, going up to the next day, 137. Then with new users, we had at 27th of May, 350. And then we've been averaging sort of around 100 and 175 new users. And even sometimes peaking at 200 users a day in the Telegram group, which is excellent to see. Messages as well. I want to give a shout out as well to our most active users. So just putting that up on screen now. Obviously, we've got none other than SHIBA SSHIBA Ben here, who is having about 5%. He's sent in that last week.
Am I number one? Am I number one?
Yes, you absolutely are. Over 1,558 messages. Followed shortly, secondly, by Red Start, who is just behind at 1,292 messages. Then Langley and Vincent, SHIBA SSHIBA King, coming in there at this, so rounds at the top 5 there. So that's excellent to see, and those, everyone there deserves a shout out for their contributions there. So I just wanted to give you guys a heads up on that, because that's excellent. And what I will do is I'll share this data with everyone sometime towards the end of the day here as well.
Cool. Man, Byron, that's so awesome. Cool. Thank you. And if anyone wants to know, Byron is our blockchain analyst. And so he looks after the team, looks after security, looks after analytics and things like that. So it's really great to have him on the team. Someone did ask, Moms, before we move on from that, and I'll move to you, Gareth, after this, and then we'll move to Dane. Someone asked ETA on white paper. Moms, any idea on that?
So the white paper is really something that it can't be rushed. We don't want to put out a light paper where most other kind of tokens do that are just forced to put out a white paper, and it's just really a 3-4 pages of a colored document with size 20 text, just with like talking points. What we want to do is get down to the nitty gritty of what our vision is, and really describe in detail, pull out all the stops, and do our research to really form it's really a form of a business plan. In the crypto world, the white paper is really our vision. We want to get that right. So ETA on that, it's something that we're going to do. As of course the development team get together and kind of formulate, and we're going to work alongside the marketing team and the strategy side, the community. It's going to be an all-encompassing document that over the next couple of weeks it's really going to be formulating. In terms of an exact date, it's hard to say until we kind of get a little bit closer. But I would say give us a couple of weeks on that front.
Okay, cool. Now, this other question came in, and it moves right into you, Gareth. And Gareth and I are actually working from the same office today. So if we actually look at each other right now, it looks like we're talking to each other. So I'll mute my mic when he talks. If you hear any echo, that's what's going on. But so somebody had the question: how much does it cost, Gareth, to get on the safe decks? And with that, I'll hand that question over to you. If you have any more questions, any questions, this is interactive. This is an AMA. Put it in there. I'll take a mental note. We'll circle back to it. But Gareth also has a update on everything he's been doing as the AKA deal maker. So over to you, Gareth.
Cheers. Thanks, Ben. So, okay, I'll address that question first. Currently, the cost and any costs involved in getting your project listed on the DEX is being waived. So we're working all of that out, but currently we're waiving it because at the moment we want to focus on bringing value to the community. And the way we're going to do that is to onboard projects. So at some point there will be a cost, definitely. But for projects who contact us at the moment and you're ready to be doxed and you've got your audited all sorted out, for those that we can fast track, then there's no cost. So if you think you're in that position and you're a project out there that's listening to this, then contact me straight away, and we want to fast track you, and there won't be any cost. So with that being said, one of my main focuses is onboarding projects, and it is taking some time because we want to do it right. I'm hoping to be able to announce something in the next 48 hours, maybe sooner. But we need to do it right. So what we've actually outlined is 3 levels of security for the project, for projects that are being onboarded. And so each of those projects will have be analyzed, and we're going to go through each of those and put them into one of these 3 pools. And they'll have varying degrees of how secure they are in terms of how doxed they are, in terms of how the level of quality of the audit. And that's going to be very clearly outlined. So, we want to do it right. We are SafeDex, so we want to make sure that we're providing certain levels of security. Again, we always say we can't guarantee that, but we want to be able to provide that certain level of security and have that transparency. So that's all happening. Projects are going to be coming on board. Reach out to me if you've got a project that is already doxed and audited.
Can you tease us? Can you tease us a little bit with what you got cooking? Can you just tease us a little bit?
I think as far as I can go is that we've got something coming out very soon.
Come on, bro. That's lame.
yeah, I know.
All right. Someone asked a question.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Maybe there's something. So there's something coming.
Here we go. He's cracking.
This won't be in the next 48 hours. This will be a different one. So actually, in the next 48 hours, there's something else. But there's one that I know is absolutely happening, and that's a really interesting lottery system. So we've got our own lottery system, obviously, where you purchase lottery tickets and then treats are redistributed out, and that builds a pool. But a project is going to be listing with us, which actually has the lottery system built into the tokenomics of it. So when you, no, I'm not going to say more than that. It's really exciting. It's really interesting. There's lots of different pools and it's building. It's really fucking clever. And they're definitely going on. So that's confirmed. They just want to build some additional applications before we launch. So that's pretty exciting. So I'll give you that piece. And I'll also say that there's something coming in the next 48 hours as well, which we'll be able to talk about more. Is that good enough for you, Ben?
Yeah. No, I mean, it's never good enough for the community director. I always want to squeeze every drop out of. Me and you had to sit down and we had to say, now, Ben, there's levels of what you can share.
So what I'll talk a bit more about some of the partnerships as well, right? So we've got projects that are being listed on the DEX, but we're also building partnerships, and these partnerships are mutually beneficial, that benefit the people who are partnering with us and their community, but then also our community. And in order for someone to come on as a partner, there's got to be utility for Super SHIBA and or treats, and also benefit to our community. So these are really sort of high class, top quality, blue chip partnerships that we're developing. And we've got 4 in the pipeline at the moment. We've got people reaching out to me wanting to do things as well. So again, if you think that you're on a project where we can partner and be mutually beneficial to communities, then reach out to me. Looking at my list.
While you do that, someone just asked, can we buy actual, Super SHIBA King just asked, can we buy actual Super SHIBA treats one day for our dogs? You talk to the deal maker. Talk to the deal maker. Yeah, that's so cool.
I want that to happen. And actually, I think someone's already, hasn't someone done a design of that? Like doggy treats in a bag? I think I've seen that somewhere.
I think that was Davinu.
And then maybe, Dane, I'm not going to pass it over to you completely because Gareth has a couple other things he wants to touch base on while he's grabbing his thoughts, but maybe you can help me with some of these questions real quick because I think it's more up your alley. So for farming, Rosetta asks, for farming, can you mute your mic, bro? For farming, how much exactly would I pay as fees? Because I became confused when I saw 2%.
How much? You pay 2%, right? I mean, how much would you pay as fees? You'd pay 2% of the transaction, so the total net worth of the LP token that you're paying. If you're farming, yeah, same thing. You pay 2% of the tokens that you put in there. Moms, do you know exactly if it's
just to add that as well is that obviously if you're transferring Super SHIBA though, you're going to have that transaction fee that's built into the tokenomics of Super SHIBA. So you will see that if you bring ever with a stake and a withdrawal, there'll be in each of those transactions a 10% fee for Super SHIBA. Tokens doesn't have that.
Sorry, I just wanted to correct you. It is just on the withdrawal. So on the staking, staking it into the wallet, there's no fee, but on unstaking it, there's that 10% fee.
Perfect. Thank you. That's good.
Yep. And the duration, I think the next question below, duration of the farming of Super SHIBA. Well, obviously, you're staking Super SHIBA to farm treats. So treats is another token that has different tokenomics. It is increasing, right? It's kind of more along the lines of a sushi swap token where it's it's an increasing supply and the utility from it is really as we add more projects to the SafeDex and created more farming pools and staking pools with treats, that's kind of the utility of that. So there is no kind of end to it as long as we have projects, as long as we have kind of different farms being added to the SafeDex, we'll have treats to farm.
Yep.
Just on that note, sorry, Gareth, I want to come back to you because I know before we jumped on this call, you said there were a few things you want to talk about, but I'm just gonna say it. Okay, I keep pressing you for info right now, and someone just asked, how close till the NFT marketplace? Do we want to talk about that?
Yeah, that's great. That's a great prompt there. So there's 2 things that I can talk about. One of them is actually the NFT marketplace. So we've built the NFT marketplace. It's built and it's almost ready to go live. Like the functionality is done. The reason why we're holding off on releasing it is because we want to make sure the UI is all integrated with the whole UI design that we're building around the decks. Okay, but the functionality is built; it's ready to go. We just want it to look nice, and we're going to be releasing it at the same time as the UI comes out. The new UI comes out on the safe decks. But yeah, it's built and it's ready to go. I think originally we promised the NFT marketplace in like 2 months. I can't remember how long it was, but
yeah, it's like Q3 or something.
Q3, end of Q3. Yeah, well, it's already built. We're ready to go with it. So we're delivering. And actually, I think the first, if I remember back two or 3 weeks ago, on the roadmap at that point, we only had the DEX and the NFT marketplace. Now we've delivered those 2 months ahead of schedule, 3 months ahead of schedule, and we've got all this other stuff coming in. So yeah, excellent news. What I can tell you about the NFT marketplace is that you'll be able to purchase NFT memes, and you'll also be able to farm NFT memes as well. So you'll be able to create LP pairs to be able to farm NFTs. And we've also got some really exciting functionality where people will be able to... no, I can't say that. Not going to say that bit. Not going to say that bit.
Can I add one more?
Is on just finally on the NFT marketplace is that we're also going to have like a premier level of a premier level. So if you hold a certain amount of Super SHIBA, then you can access these premier memes. And unless you hold that certain level of Super SHIBA, you're not going to be able to access those. So we're going to have different levels. You're going to be able to purchase and farm as well. So there's a lot of functionality built around that. And there's a lot of utility built around the market, NFT marketplace for both Super SHIBA and treats. Yeah, it's massive.
Moms, did you want to say something?
One more, just one more key piece of functionality about the NFT marketplace that I think you're overlooking is the ability to create NFTs, create your own meme NFTs, and that's really what's going to drive it forward is get our community to really create some amazing artwork or whatever they want and put them up in the marketplace.
Yeah,
that's
totally.
Awesome.
Yeah,
yeah,
and we're going to run a competition as well. So when we do it. When we launch it, we'll run some kind of meme competition where people can upload their own memes. Sorry, Dane.
No, you're good. I was just going to say, normally when I see NFT marketplaces these days, you have to be like some registered artist and go through all these hoops and things just to be able to list your product on there. And essentially, we're going to make it kind of easy for you just to do that and create your own content and get it on there. So it makes it a lot more interactive with the community as opposed to just showcasing specific artists. So, anyone can get on there and make it happen. That's what's neat about this.
So the final thing I'm going to mention is I cannot give any details, but it's huge, right? There's something happening which is massive. Everyone's totally excited by it.
It is big. It's very
I'm
big.
having a meeting with this partner. We all are. We're having a workshop either tomorrow or the following day. And we're sitting down and we're just going to make sure that it's 120% deliverable. So that's why we're just holding off at the moment before we release that news. But we're going to have a workshop over the next couple of days. We're going to make sure that we can absolutely deliver it because it's complex and it's massive. Once we've all sat around and we've agreed that, yes, we can actually deliver this, then I'm hoping Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week, we can actually go out and tell people a bit more about it. So, Ben, I'm going to give you something real juicy beginning of next week.
Come on. All right.
Well, let me give you guys something else. So, Ben, just make sure no one comes to this chat as a surprise that you don't miss. It maybe it'll come through, but maybe not. But I'll tell you guys a bit. So we have been working on kind of a home run, I would call it, and that would be my good friend and former kind of associate with my past project, Daniel Moncada. So Daniel has kind of agreed to come on to our team, not only as someone not in the way that you would think. Typically when you see someone working with a cryptocurrency, you see them getting paid to make a tweet, or getting paid to make a video. But that's not what this is. We've got Daniel on here as a pretty big holder who's interested in the growth of our community, interested in our utility, interested in taking this thing 10, 20, 50x. And not only do we have Daniel, but we also have his brother. So we have Daniel and Luis Moncada officially working with us now here at Super SHIBA. So we got the Enforcer brothers. If you don't know who they are, you should check them out. They're on Google their name, Daniel Luis Moncada. You may have seen them in Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul as some of the main villains, and pretty badass dudes. And not only are they badass dudes, but they're good dudes. And they're also very well-connected guys. They're actors, right? So they know a lot of people that you'd love to know. So what we have is, I'm not going to say anything about what they're going to do, but I believe that you guys are going to be pleasantly surprised over the next week in what these guys are capable of doing as far as marketing, working in tandem with myself here and the guys. And I just want to give a shout out to our marketing team, specifically all the guys working so hard behind the scenes to bring you all these little shills, like Byron was talking about, how we've got things in Russian and Indian and all these different languages. You can go and find out about our project. That takes a deal to make those things happen between those content creators. So we have guys working behind the scenes around the clock in every time zone to get those pumped out. But we also have guys who are top holders in this coin who are interested in the success and the growth. So, me as a marketing director, one of the things that I find most important is not only making sure the whole community is happy with us, but making sure our top holders are happy with us, and not only happy with us, but also engaged. Because if you're controlling a large amount of this currency, then you're very, very involved in it. So what we've done here is we've gotten a very close relationship with those whales, if you want to call them that. And they've been very proactive in helping us, not asking for any attention, not asking for any fame or anything like that, but pleasant, just chugging along. So I just want to give a shout out to them. Specifically, I'll name a few: Panda, Super SHIBA Come Easy, right? We got Super SHIBA King running our Twitter all the time on top of that. Byron closing deals. We got AB making videos behind the scenes. We got Nico working on the bots and stuff to make everything look nice in the chat when people join. These little things that go unnoticed, they actually take a lot of work, and they actually take a lot of planning to get done. So there's a lot more people I didn't shout out, and I apologize for that. I'm just spitballing off the top of my head. But we have it's somewhere around like 100 to 110 people between our top holders, whales, Schilling, marketing group, that are constantly working to promote this thing. And so you may not think we're doing a lot, but we actually are. And sometimes you just can't see it. But one of the biggest things, I'll go back to this, is this thing with Daniel and Luis Moncada. They are some good dudes, and I'm going to try to get them to come into voice chat here soon so you guys can hear them for yourself. And also we have one of their good friends, Jason Scott Jenkins. You may not know him, but he's in a lot of different movies and shows. Hello. But he's also so
Who's that?
He's pretty well.
I hear a voice. Who is that?
Oh man, this is Daniel Moncada.
There he is.
How you guys doing, man?
Hey, Daniel.
Hey,
Yeah,
Daniel,
brother.
good to have you, man.
Good. Thank you for having me, guys.
talking
Yeah, sorry it took so long. I was, in the middle of something. We were doing a little bit of filming, so. Yeah, man, I'm really excited, man. How are you guys? How are you guys, man? You guys are fucking killers, man. Seriously.
Yeah, we're good, dude. We're all just talking semantics and IT nerd stuff about the crypto, but I think we're most all hyped about to have you and your brother and Jason on board, man. You guys are some cool squad that I've had the pleasure of working with in the past, and I think our community here is gonna love getting to have you guys around a little bit and seeing what you guys can do.
Hey, Daniel,
Yeah,
did
man.
you manage to see the TikTok that Scott produced of you killing scammers and spammers?
I seen it, man. That's pretty cool. I like that, killing the scammers with the axe, man. We got a machete too, so.
I'm serious about my offer, Daniel. I've already got someone looking into it. I will send you an axe engraved with the Super SHIBA logo, and we'll just put on there,
man.
Cameras didn't make the cut.
Oh. I really like that idea. That's genius, man. That's really genius. You guys, man. I
We need
love
to make
this
sure we do that.
community, man. I love this community, and you know, I don't want to say what we're gonna do, but you guys are gonna see it. It's gonna be a big surprise. We have a lot of things going on that's gonna really blow everybody's minds. That's all I gotta say. You know, I'm not gonna get into details. You guys are gonna see it. They're gonna be like, "What the fuck?" Yeah. Excuse me, my language. Excuse me, my language, guys. When I'm passionate about stuff, I tend to cuss a lot. So my apologies.
That's all right.
Yeah.
I think we're all passionate here.
You know, yeah, they knows.
Yeah. I'm the same way, dude. So is Ben. Ben drops an F-bomb like every other sentence.
my man.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
I don't even
Go
know
ahead,
how
man.
you guys came up with all these ideas on doing the exchange, the treats, everything, man. I was like I'm not gonna lie, I was blown away when I was talking to Dane and he started telling me everything. I was like, whoa, these guys are freaking ninjas, man. You know, crypto ninjas, snipers. I really
we
dig
have
it.
fun.
I really dig it. You know?
We have
Super
two pretty
Shibas.
exciting- We got
Oh.
Monica behind the scenes here, one of our original developers, and we got another developer by the name of Anthony Dev Inu, and these guys are both the true wizards. You know, the four you see here on video, we're good at what we do. We each bring something unique to the table, but the guys behind the scenes creating the programming and the stuff that's really difficult to dive into, we got some absolute wizards there. So you're right, man. There are some cool.
Man,
Hey,
you guys,
Dane, I know we can't say anything about this huge thing, the big thing I was talking about earlier, right?
Mhm.
We can't say what it is, but I just want to say, did you speak to Daniel about it? Does he know about that? Because I think he's going to be super excited about what that is and perhaps being involved in that.
yeah, I know.
You know?
Yeah, I think
Do you
I
want
know.
it?
I know.
Yeah, who knows?
Hey, Dane, they're talking about that thing, right? That thing.
Yeah, man. We can't really tell them too much, man. We can't let them
Oh,
know.
that thing.
Hey, let me just tell you guys, I mean, there's a lot of stuff brewing, man, and man, it's I'm really excited. I'm really hyped up, about the whole thing. Put it this way, I'm gonna give it to you guys like this. If you guys don't believe in this shit, I'm gonna tell you like this. My brother's first crypto is Super SHIBA. There you go.
Oh,
Hey, that's awesome. That's
Yeah,
so cool.
I'm a crypto whore, but he was like, you know, and no, my brother Louis, he was like, you know what, I don't know about investing. Is like, you know, it goes up and down. I'm not trying to lose my money. I told him, man, look, man, this is a different kind of crypto, man. This is different. You know, it's different. The regular Shiba, I told him that one that has it's a lot of hype to him, but has no usability. There's nothing to it, you know. And that's the thing about me. I always try to get into the cryptos that have usability, that has something that's gonna back it, that's gonna keep it alive, instead of just like a meme coin that doesn't have no usability. It's not gonna do anything, you know. It's like it's not. It's all hype, and then people start buying in. Like I'm gonna give you an example. For example, like not trying to like. I'm not gonna say no names, but there's this other cryptos out there that have no usability, but just because like somebody says something about it in a tweet, they're like, oh my god, I'm gonna be rich. It's like, nah. If you would have been like 3 zeros before, yes. Now you're just gonna spend your money, and then when all the whales sell, you're gonna be like, oh my god, I just lost so much money. It's like there's no sense into that. So that's why I was telling my brother, like, this is a different kind of crypto. This is what right now what we're getting. I told him is like it's gonna really is gonna multiply at least 10 times, you know, at least easy. I told him I'm looking at it's gonna go like a lot more than 10, but I'm just giving you like a little number just so you think. But right now it's 10. I told him I'm thinking at least 100 times, you know, maybe even more, a lot more. I'm like, I don't even know how to say. I'm like cryptonominous, however you pronounce that. You know, it's like
You're a crypto junkie.
hey,
I'm blown away by how much.
I love crypto. I love crypto, and I love money. I don't like losing money. I mean, nobody likes losing money. So You always got to do a lot of research, and that's the main thing. You do a lot of research, and the research comes in really handy. And then that's why I was like, man, Super SHIBA. At first I was like, I don't know the name, but then I started looking, because in the name, I'm like I said, I'm not really into the meme coins. But then I started looking at everything else that Super SHIBA is offering. I was like, God damn, this is genius, because you bring the meme just to kind of bring the audience, right? But then they see everything else, and it's kind of like, wow, it's a meme coin with real usability, like an exchange. Like, who the hell has an exchange, right? On the meme coin? No, they don't. So that's the beauty of it, man. I love it. Hey, Dane, thank you, man, for bringing me along, man. You're the man, bro.
Hey guys,
Thank you, Danny.
yes, I'm so happy to have you. I'm getting blown up by like 4 different friends right now. I don't know what it is. Like people I know in person, so I might have an emergency or something in my hands. So I'm gonna go see what this is, and if you guys are still on the voice chat, I'll come right back in.
Yeah.
Daniel,
thank you, brother.
thank you so much, brother.
Thank you, brother. See you around, brother.
Yeah, sorry guys, I did not like that. This doesn't normally happen, so I got to.
No worries,
It's
Dane.
all good.
Absolutely.
man.
I'll be right back.
And we'll be here, but
And just everyone else, just notice that we've got a couple of big buy-ins right now, a couple of tens of thousands of dollars just heading into the exchange. Just going to be the start of this. You'll start to see this big pickup in motion as these sort of things we've had planning. We've had these things in the works for the last few weeks. As they start to come into fruition here, we'll actually see. This is, I guess, get your bags now because this is on the train going up. It's already begun. This marks the moment right now, right here.
I just seen the chart right now, man. Oh man, oh, it's really green right now. Somebody made some big buys.
Yeah, I think Moms was going to say this, Daniel, and I don't know if you were going to say this, Mom, so I don't want to speak on your behalf, but I'm really impressed, as an actor, as someone who has a career, that you have this knowledge of crypto, that you have. Was that what you were going to say, Moms?
That's exactly what I was going to say. I was just blown away by Daniel's crypto knowledge and his knowledge of the overall crypto space. You know what I mean? He's a DJ like us, like a crypto DJ like us. You know what I mean? That's amazing.
Like I said, I'm a crypto whore, man. I at first, this is why I did a lot of research, and I ended up like getting a lot of knowledge because Super SHIBA is basically against scammers, right? That's what it is. And I don't like scammers. I was in a scam before. I lost a lot of money. So I'm like, that's never going to happen again. I'm going to do the most research that I can because I don't want that to happen. I was a lot of money, man. It was like a down payment for a house, you could say, maybe. It was a lot of money. So I was like, no, that shit's not going to happen again. And I was away for like a little bit for like, I don't know, after that experience, I was like, fuck that. I'm not doing that no more. That was like in 2000, maybe 18. And I was like, I'm done with this. And then one of my buddies, he hit me up and he was telling me about, about some crypto, that there was a lot of stuff going on. And I was like, I don't know about just going 2 times. I told him I want to go for the cryptos that's more than 2 times, but they have usability. And so I started doing a lot of research. I bought a lot of other cryptos. But he woke up the beast, man. I was already like retired. I'm like, I'm not doing that. It's too risky. Like I already lost too much money. And like I said, man, I started doing a lot of research and Dane, I worked with Dane before, and he started telling me about it. So I was like, man, this is something else. I gotta jump on the train before it's gone, and I'm not gonna be able to jump in no more. And I'm really happy that I made that decision.
We're definitely grateful.
If anyone's in any doubt on where this is headed, you're listening to Daniel Moncada right now in our team. We've got Daniel fucking Moncada on the Super SHIBA team, right? Not only is he an amazing actor, he's an educated crypto trader, right?
Yes, sir.
What more do you guys need, man? Daniel fucking Moncada.
And
so fucking pleased to have you here, dude.
Yeah, I want to take this opportunity to just for a plug for kind of our culture as we move forward. Guys, these charts are affected by emotions, and it's psychology. Yes, there's usability. Yes, there are other dynamics at play, but when panic sells happen, paper hands, we have all the things for it. So I want to encourage you, when our dev team, when our admins are quiet or absent in the chat in a scam, that's not a good thing. But for us, when you're like, hey, I haven't seen where, oh no, what's going on? People get in this panic mode. No, that's because we're coming up with a plan. We're talking to people. We're sealing deals. We're checking on the security. Byron's looking after, the security of our team. We got Dealmaker over here contacting like 5 or 6 people. We've had to give him a little PA because he's got so many people he's talking to and trying to field all of it. We're talking to some Asian exchanges right now, and we're seeking them out. They actually contacted us first, but we're just making sure on the legitimacy of that. We've got the next 5 projects planned after the safe decks. We're here for the long term, baby. So if we get quiet, just understand it's not because we're taking a day off or the safe decks was the beginning. That wasn't the finish line. That wasn't like, oh, we did the safe decks, now let's put coins in. No. This is an ecosystem, and we're creating a bunch of other things based off of the principle of the safe decks. And really what we stand for is we need to breathe some freaking integrity back into DeFi. That's what we've got to do. Because you've heard it from Daniel. He said he lost a lot of money. I've lost a lot of money. I've seen it literally drain right in front of me, and there's nothing worse than that feeling. There is the technology that it takes to hack people and write the code to drain wallets and do all that stuff. Those same smart people could actually help make this system better. And we have a team of smart people that are going, we're going to make this safer. We're gonna become an aggregator of information in one central place. We've got charts. We've got this vibe kind of like CoinMarketCap. We're a premier coin listing service. We've got a safe dex. We're bringing all of that together, and that's not even the other 5 projects we have. So anyway, I can go on about that all day, but I just want to say, when we get quiet, just don't think that there's anything other than we're working our butts off.
Beautiful, man. That's a penny dropper right there, bro. Oh man. Another reason why I got into the crypto is because my main thing right now is I want to retire my mom. That's my main thing. I want to retire my mom, and I'm very passionate about that. And at the same time, I want to be able to make films with crypto money. So that's my thing. That's what I want to do.
That's amazing, man. That's amazing.
Yeah. My fiance and I, my fiance and I, we're putting something together. That's what we're in the middle of right now. But yeah, man, you guys are really gonna like it. It's gonna be a good thing. It's gonna be something I never ever done before. This is the first time I come in public to say anything about it. So yeah.
Well, we definitely appreciate and we value your time, and I think we're actually going to be ending the live stream here. And I just want to say we appreciate you in this whole genre of trying to create safety. We appreciate the risk you're taking and kind of coming on board, and we're glad that you have that working relationship with Dane and everything like that. Oh, Dane just got back. We're glad that we have that relationship with you, and we value your time, but we're just really grateful that you have come on the team and that you're helping us out in the capacity that you can. And we don't take it lightly. No one in our community takes it lightly. And so we're just super, super humbled and super grateful, Daniel, that you're passionate about the same thing we're passionate about. And that's making people safer when they're trying to retire their mom or save up for a house or whatever it might be.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I'm very passionate, man. This is it's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing, and thank you guys for everything you guys do. Not just like what you guys are doing right now, but behind the scenes, everything you guys are doing is phenomenal, man. I'm very excited. Very happy to be part of the team.
Hell yeah, man. We're gonna have some fun. I know that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, hey guys, I think we'll actually go ahead and conclude. I didn't want to go over an hour. I value Daniel's time. I know all of this is taking us away from the stuff that we've got to do and negotiations we have to make and things we have to iron out. But I want to thank Byron Smooth. I want to thank Gareth. I want to thank Daniel for showing up. I want to thank Dane Moms on audio, the dev for Super SHIBA. And I'm just I'm super grateful because this is not me just trying to puff up our image. I've been in rooms with these guys, digital rooms, at 3 a.m. when hard decisions are having to be made, when we've all not had very much sleep, and they're making CEO level decisions and creative decisions. And I'm just actually excited I get to work with these guys. Like, I love the project, but just working with them has been an honor. So I thank you guys for your time. Any other questions that people have, feel free to come join us on our Telegram. Follow us on our Twitter that's on the screen, or you can visit us at supershiba.xyz. And it's a great website. It's our starter website, but we're doing a giant overhaul on our website right now. We're going to be integrating all these other things. We're working on our own charts. We're working on all these different things. So we appreciate those who were the early adopters that have been patient with us during this turbulent time in the market. You guys are rock stars. And we're just grateful for this community. We really love it.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
All right, guys, we're going to conclude there. Thank you.